right. So, Melissa, you've done the 12-week body transformation with me. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, how did my 12-week body transformation change your life?
I mean, it gave me my life back. Um, I went from low mobility, low strength, kind of feeling resigned to like, well, I guess this is just what my 50s are going to be like, to having strength, having mobility, having flexibility, and realizing that I'm not limited by my age or my hormones or my gender or anything like that, or any combination of those things. So it changed my mental outlook too. Like, this is possible for me. I'm not completely broken in my metabolism and my digestion. Everything changed.
So I know we've created some goals for you in the beginning of the program. Were you getting the results that you were expecting? And congratulations, you lost 30
Thank you.
pounds on this
Thank
program
you.
with me.
Yeah. I did not, I didn't know what to expect. There again, I thought, I had tried so many things to lose weight and to get my fitness back. And I was at the point where I thought, well, hopefully this works, but I don't know. I had no expectation that I would lose anywhere near 30 pounds. It was just phenomenal.
So in those 30 pounds, would you say that nutrition helped? Was that a big component of it?
Oh, absolutely. Going into this, like, again, I had tried a lot of different things. And the last thing that I had tried was keto for 4 years. And it worked great at first, I thought. But over that time, it got to the point where I felt like I couldn't digest anything. Anything that I ate felt like it was bloating me. My weight loss had not only stalled, but it started going back up. So I was almost at my highest ever weight when I came to this program. And then to be able to have carbs again and a variety of foods was, and it immediately started working. I immediately started seeing results. My inflammation went down, and a lot of that was your focus on the right foods to eat for my body. That was huge. I would have never been able to do that on my own.
And that's when we implemented looking at the blood type diet as a resource, which foods were causing inflammation, which foods, even when we thought, we're eating healthy things, which we think are healthy, right? But then
Yeah.
when we look at the list, it's like, oh, I had no idea that this could be causing me inflammation. So once we have a good idea of which foods to eat, and also food timing was a
Mhm.
big thing too, putting you on a schedule of eating. Did you feel that that was helpful?
Yeah, because I had read stuff about it's really easy to get overwhelmed very quickly by trying to figure this out on your own on the internet. I had read about like timing your carbs and carb cycling, and all of that felt very, again, overwhelming and not very fun and not very doable. And so when you gave me my program, all I had to do was just take the next step that you had laid out for me. And that included when to eat what. And so it was very, uh, it simplified everything. It was just so much easier than trying to figure things out for myself. All I had to do was the next thing that you had in front of me.
Awesome. So having you eat on a schedule, making sure
Mhm.
that we're eating the right things, and also, feeding your metabolism is something, a lot
Yes.
of people think like, I have to eat less so that I can lose weight, but our body needs calories, our body needs fuel. So having that and understanding that, do you feel like this is something that is sustainable that you can continue doing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, when we started, I just followed your roadmap. And then you taught me as we progressed about the macronutrients and how to use those to, when my body needs more food. And when it really clicked was when, I had been not really focused on how much I was eating. And if I accidentally skipped a snack one day, I wasn't worried about trying to make sure I got it in. Well, my weight was it was going down, but it was kind of slow. When you told me that a body is like a car that runs out of gas is going to stop going. And that concept was really, it was like that aha moment. And so I really paid attention to eating everything. And by then, when you had taught me more about the calories and the macros that I needed, and we had actually gone up a little bit, And I was trying to meet that every day. Every day that I met that calorie goal, I watched my weight go down a little bit. And it was just, it was so different from everything that you grow up, as a child of the 80s and 90s, thinking that we have to cut those calories. It's not the case.
Right. Okay, Melissa, can you describe a little bit about the coaching experience throughout the whole 12 weeks?
Yes. So going into this, I was a little nervous. I'm an introvert, first of all. Second of all, I had never worked with a coach before, so I didn't really know what that was going to look like. I didn't know, what to expect, really. The coaching experience was really the key to me for this, because you provided the accountability. You were available all the time, probably more than you should have been. But I could reach you with questions and concerns at all the time. When I uploaded pictures of all my meals, that really was a huge accountability piece too. Knowing that you were going to see whatever I was eating helped me to stay on track with the foods that I was actually supposed to be eating on my plan. Knowing that you would see if I missed a workout helped me to make sure I got my booty in that workout room every day and did my workouts. And you were so encouraging too, and positive. And you did like little extras, like the mindset piece that I didn't expect. And so, in addition to just answering my questions and providing the tools that I needed to really improve, it was really comforting knowing that you were there when I came up with problems. And sometimes I did, and you always helped me work through those. So I feel like the coaching relationship is a huge piece that I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much as I did.
Oh, great. And how about the app? How was the app? Was it easy to follow? I created all these workouts. Well, I created a full 12-week of workouts that you were able to follow along. How was the experience with the app?
The app was really great. And it gives you like little thumbs up when you're done with your workout. And every workout, it does this counter of how many workouts you've completed. And it was really, the farther I got in the 12 weeks, to see those workouts start to hit in the 60s and the 70s, that was really, really exciting. The app itself was easy to use. There was an exercise that I wanted to substitute for dumbbells instead of bands, I could easily do that. And the app, uploading the pictures of my food, that was always easy. Using the chat was simple. I never had any problems at all with the app.
All right, great. So Melissa, who would you recommend for the program?
Okay. I, being a woman of a certain age, I would really recommend this for women in their 40s and 50s who aren't necessarily ready to, get on a bikini stage or don't think they ever will, who have maybe lost faith in their ability to be healthy, be strong, and lose weight. There's so much that you can do for somebody who's not a man in his 20s. My body started working again and I thought it wouldn't. I'm strong. I'm seeing muscles. I can do a burpee on the floor and not have to worry about if I'll get back up. And it's in spite of my hormones and my age. I would absolutely recommend this for women who are worried that, they'll never be able to get to where they want to be with their health and their fitness.
Awesome. And you're just getting started. This isn't even the end of your journey.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see where this goes.
Okay, Melissa, so what would you have to say to those who are thinking about doing this, who are on the fence of doing this program and just thinking about it?
I would say just do it. I mean, if you have to move heaven and earth to be able to do this, move heaven and earth to be able to do this. You're worth the investment. You're going to be astonished by the gains you can make in your health and your fitness in just 3 months. It was absolutely worth it for me. It was worth every minute that it took, every bit of planning and meal prep, and it was worth the investment many times over.
Awesome. And if you would describe your journey on this program, how would you describe the journey?
Well, definitely it was a journey of growth. When I started out, I can kind of compare it to, like, you gave me a roadmap and I was just driving in the dark, following that roadmap. And I didn't have to think about what came next because I had that roadmap right in front of me. And as we progressed, and you taught me about macros and how to listen to my body for the signs that it needs more. I started kind of charting my own path and trying to go off on my own routes, and was able to do that within the framework that you had provided. And when it became overwhelming, I could always go right back to the roadmap and simplify for a week, or more if I needed to, and then try my little baby feet again at my nutrition, primarily nutrition, because I'm not going to veer from your workouts at all.
Well, you made my job easy. It's always great when I have the compliance going on, but I know that the interaction that we had, I know that helped a lot too. And it's a lot of fun for me, especially because watching you progress, even with your before and your after pictures, you made some amazing progress. And like I said, you're just getting started here.
Right.
I feel like the journey, enjoying the journey. Do you feel like you enjoyed the journey along the way, or did you feel like it was stressful?
No, I wouldn't say it was stressful at all. I've actually loved, taking time on Sundays to prepare my meals for the week, because it simplifies the entire rest of my life. Like, that is a game changer. And there were definitely days that my workout room was upstairs. I would trudge up the stairs like, I gotta go work out. And then we had a conversation about mindset and how great is it that I get to work out, and be grateful for that and have some gratitude. And so every time that I wanted to flip into, oh my God, I got to work out, I flipped that script and said, yeah, I get to work out. And, it might not have been 100% sincere, but it helped. And it got me up the stairs into that room, busting out the sweat. And, a half hour, 40 minutes later, I feel great.
Okay, I know that you talked about the accountability. Can you talk a little more about our weekly virtual calls with the 12-week body transformation program? Everyone gets a weekly hour-long virtual call with me. Can you tell a little bit about that experience?
Yeah. So in the beginning, I didn't know what to expect with those calls. I'm a bit of an introvert, and I was, the calls were like great, but I wasn't sure that was going to be the best part of this for me. But it really became quickly apparent that it was a way to learn more, because you always had a lot to teach during those calls. I could have my questions answered. I found myself saving up questions sometimes to answer during those calls. And it was really a resource that I didn't expect to rely on as much as I did. And I really came to appreciate it. And I think there were a few times that we went that whole entire hour. And I probably could have gone longer. So thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate your time too, and for explaining everything. It's always great to get some great feedback about this, especially so that I can learn as a coach and how I can become better with my program as well. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. And thank you for listening to my dog, who's now drinking water and jingling around the house. So thanks for putting up with that.